But yeah, I added you guys so that y'all would see this setup and potentially take it. I'm in it, so I'm gonna hold down to obviously my final TP here. But the reason why I like this is because we completely balanced the new week opening gap, had a very bearish reaction at the high here. Um, and yeah, I mean, good V shape. I took the shorts off open, the 5 minute short, and I took this one, this short. I actually didn't hate the momentum. It was like 20 points in 6 minutes. So, yeah, no, I didn't take any longs. I think this long was really good, but I was already done for the morning after this trade. This trade got me like 80 points or something. The 5 minute short. I said in my commentary post that I wanted these equal lows or relative equal lows here. This seemed like the freest target, and when we got this, I noticed that this was a rejection block, and then I think we actually had. Let me just make sure I'm correct in saying this. But yeah, there was like this high here that we'd swept. So I was like, okay, whatever. We don't need that last high. And then when we started a death candle here, I was like, okay, this is a pretty decent inverse. I really like drawing liquidity here. This is kind of like a protected high that we're targeting here. So I figured, you know what? I'll try it. I did. And obviously this isn't like definitionally protected, but you know what I mean? High resistant, right? High that took out another high that you're trying to target before we take out sell side. So kind of my thought process. The 5 minute here. Break even here. Take profit here and at London. And then I didn't hold for this low because we were running into the last gap in the leg, and the last gap's very important. And so this 30 minutes seemed obvious, and I figured we wouldn't go for this low until we broke this. So this was kind of my condition for today. And then that's why obviously we became bullish. But yeah, I'm still in this. The final TP would be this low. Obviously no guarantees. I would just be down to a runner at this point since it's already gone for more than 1 hour. Um, and obviously the price conditions aren't super bearish right now. But yeah. What did y'all take? Y'all took the longs? Why didn't I take the long? Just because I was done. I already caught my win for the day. But yeah, this 2 minute here was really nice. Obviously something I've taken in the past. I probably would have taken this if I didn't take the short. But yeah, for those of you that don't have that role, let me know if you guys would like that so you guys can see kind of my commentary in the morning when I update. You guys what I want to see, my bias, that kind of thing. Yeah, I've been trying to be better about that. And the only reason why I haven't really been making content as much is just because I've been so addicted to arc raiders. Um, like I need to be better about making content, doing that kind of thing. But like literally, that's been like the main reason why. And the update today has not been very good, so I might finally have the incentive to start doing that more. Get back to posting those videos. It's a good game, Perm. You guys want to hear something crazy? Volkswagen sold 3 Audi Q8 EVs in Q4 of 25. 3 total vehicles in North America or in the US. No, all good, Lobster. I alerted it like in chat. Okay, so here's the actual sales. The Audi Q4 EV sold 71 vehicles in the US in Q4. The Q6 sold 220. Q8 sold 3. The Macan and Taycan sold almost 3,000 units. The ID.4, which I have no idea what that is, sold 248, and the ID Buzz sold 1206, which I think is like their new Volkswagen bus, the EV bus. So, yeah, they sold less than 5,000 cars in Q4 across their entire EV line. This is on their investor relations page. There's also one I have from Cox Automotive that details it. To be fair, Mini Cooper sold one. Wait, is that right? No problems with service and support might be a little bit of a stretch, but for sure. Well, it looks like the rest of this is going to get break even because we held that 15 minute. So earlier, Empire or not Empire, Fahrenheit asked me if the 3 minute would still be good to enter as a joke. Unironically, I said obviously not because we're in this 15 minute, and this is why, right? You know, price could still hold the higher time frame bullish order flow here. Respect the 15 minute and just come back up. So what's happening right now? Looks like the rest of this will just be a break even. For those of you that cut your trade, obviously, good job. But yeah, I mean, decent trade. You got any option strategies? Not at the moment. SMR on the 2 minute? Uh, Not really. We need a soup reaction in order for it to be an SMR. Damn, EJ, that is pretty big brain. Good going, man. Well played. Ulysses, have you played the update yet? Can I request payout on Lucid? End of day. So once you've met the minimum profit, you can request at the end of the day that you've hit the profit target on. Dude, free kits are kind of unplayable, which is good. That should be like the point, but one-minute confirmation setup. Uh, I guess I don't really like it at this point. But yeah, I mean, if we're bearish now, this should work. I just don't like shorting when we're inside of a 15-minute bullish gap. I like the premium trading view thing for the 30-second for sure, Garma. We use the 30 seconds so often. It's like definitely worth it. However, you don't necessarily need the 30-second if you have trade evade. If you have trade evade, the 30-second comes with the platform. So if money's tight or you're just looking to save a few bucks, you can always do that. But remember, any subscription that you buy for trading is tax deductible. So it's not really the biggest deal if you buy it. Coward, Laser, Scotty, Bones, Jim, Coral, Balance, Chekhov, Thistle, Shaw, Shells, Tractor, Tartan Teeth, Miller, Bagpipes. Yeah, for sure, Garma. I honestly, I think they do like an Easter sale. So if you wait for that, you might be able to get it for like 70% off instead of paying the full amount. What a okay. Oh, it's Star Trek. Yeah, Bones. Oh, that was the one to throw you off. Maybe Dodgy was right. Nope, neither of y'all. Hmm. Hey, what do you think about this 3 minute short? Okay. Yeah. Well, I alerted it in chat, but it was before PM. Yeah. You ever think about that, like moving out west so that you get better market open times, and then you just have like the rest of the day? Really? Okay, that's kind of fire. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of being West Coast.
But
Yeah, yeah. Malibu.
all right, I'm gonna run.
All right, bro.
Wait, did you take anything this morning?
Yeah, I took the shorts. Pre-market.
Wait, why did you take that? Did you signal about me?
No, I took the 5 minute. Is that what you took?
I took yeah, the 3 and the 5.
Oh, I wasn't even in stream. I posted in my little commentary channel that I like the relative equal lows there.
Dude, no way, dude. I literally have a clone of myself. Isn't that crazy, guys? Dude, that's so funny. No, I won't. I won't establish a residence here. I would only live here for like 3 months, bro.
Yeah, it's only greater than 50% of the year. So even if you live there 5 months, aren't you still good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be in Florida for more than 6.
I have heard though, like, don't athletes have to pay taxes in California if they like make money there? Obviously, you're not an athlete, but maybe there's
I don't
something like
know.
that.
Jack tax. What you think? All right. Well, see you guys.
Let's see, man. There's the 1 minute. Yeah, this isn't as good. You can just watch it, tape read it. Maybe things in Scotland. Okay, tractors in Scotland. Guys, look at the individual words themselves. Maybe sometimes that can be it too. Could you give me your alert roll so I can get ping? Sure, man. I got you. Think these ones, all right. Hey, let's go. Tractor beam, laser beam, balance beam, gym beam. Okay. Nice. Nice, guys. Well played. All right. 1 minute kind of playing out here. If you took it, I'd probably go break even at this wick low here. I added everybody that requested the alerts rolls. Okay. I don't know why I'm feeling rain. Hmm. All right. Well, that's not it. Is there an extra badge for the alerts roll? Nah, I don't think so. Like Fahrenheit, you don't have it. Now you do. Yeah, the 3 minute because I alerted PM and I alerted the mentorship students, but I didn't alert it in reliable commentary. Yeah, yeah, reliable alerts. Yeah. Yes, sir, Apoff. Maybe it's like RE. Nope. So E has to go. I guess R can go at the end. It could be like ER. Could be lured. Okay, so the R is definitely at the end. UM. Maybe it's like fumed. Or would be. I don't know. Mujer. Hyper. Nah, it can't be. The U. Like, we gotta figure out this middle letter. We know this. Like, what is this? Bummer a word? I don't know. No, it's not. I think this is a word, but that's not it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good, guys. It could be like buyer, but I think buyer's already been it. Oh, it was buyer. There you go. Buyers and sellers, I guess. Is this like the "You can have whatever you like" song? I don't know. What is it? No. I think this is. It's TI. No. Oh. What is this? It sounds so familiar, dude. Why can't I get it? It kind of sounds like I don't know. I can't get it. So when the roof caves in. No, nope, that can't be it. That doesn't make sense. I think it might be Jason Derulo. Isn't it What You Say? Yeah. Okay. I guess. Ooh, 2010 greatest hits. We got one more. 2018, 1.2 billion. By the way, macro price is dead. I think that 3 minute might be all we get. This might actually be Drake. I think it might actually be Hotline Bling. No, it's not. 1.2 billion, bro. Not Taylor. Yeah, Taylor doesn't have 808s like this in her song. Are you kidding? What Taylor Swift song? You think this is Ja Rule? I don't think so. I gotta listen to one more. Is it like Doja Cat maybe? No. Oh, I got it. I It's Post Malone. Not Sunflower. Wow, they added a couple things. Looks like they added one song. Do we have conflicting draws? We have like no draws right now, to be honest. Everything is efficiently traded. We've hit our target for the day, which was the new week. I think this is Tuesday high week, personally, but take a look at this. I find this interesting. We go down one day, we go up one day. We go down one day, we go up one day. And if you look at the overall range, we've just been like, so maybe we're due to go up. I don't know. Nvidia earnings tomorrow. Well, that's interesting. You guys heard of this company? Oh, is this not the company I'm thinking of? Maybe there's a different ticker for it. On a different exchange. Basically, there's this company that makes toilets, and their machining process and the way that they are able to create, I guess it's the material for the toilets, can be used for creating chips. Twilio? What about Twilio? Oh no, it's just Take Two Interactive. Oh. Oh, you know what this is bearish on? Um, I think this is bearish because of the news that Microsoft is going to cut maybe Xbox, I think. I don't know if Microsoft is going to make it out of the AI thing. I don't like their new CEO. 67. Yeah, whatever her name is. Dia Rash or yeah, dude. Light my fire. I saw this really interesting I guess not interesting, but I don't know what to think of it. It's just facts. It's just statistics on paper. There's this ETF that's created. It's like a diversity ETF meant to only track companies with women CEOs. And that ETF underperformed the S&P by 30%. And then you look at it was this other stat and it was like female CEOs average 10 to 15% worse than their male counterparts as far as returns. And I'm not saying that in like a sexist way. Like that's genuinely just I'm just reading stats, but I thought that was really interesting cuz what you could do is you could create just a male CEO S&P 500 index and I suppose that would inverse the S&P or not inverse but outperform the S&P 500. And maybe I'm just spreading misinformation, sexist misinformation, but Let's look up the ticker. I think the ticker's she. Yeah. So 114 to 133. And if we look at, I think, yeah. So this was 480, or not low, sorry, open. Open of 589 to 681. So that's a 15% gain in the S&P, and then this is no, I mean it's about on par. So maybe they just straight up lied. It's literally about the same. It's like marginal difference, but it is lower. To be fair, it is lower. Maybe it was over like a 5 year period. I don't know, but it's kind of irrelevant. Use the shift tool. True. Oops. I should have just done that. Oh wait, but that's for the other year. So yeah, 15.9. Like I said, it's a 1% difference. Like it's not as drastic as they were making it out to be. 24. And I feel like the data here can be skewed. Like see 24. Like it's not that different. Well, actually I have it drawn wrong. See, like it's just 1%, but 1% over a long period of time is actually a lot of percent. Ooh, and that kind of hurts. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. Seems to be about the same in the past couple of years. Ooh, well, that's kind of a big difference. Wait, no, but that's 2020. I'm reading off the wrong chart. No, this is right. 2021. Yeah, I mean, that's a big difference. Anyway, it doesn't matter. NQH. I gotta find it. Yeah, I just spread misinformation. Just scratch that. I don't think there's actually any major difference. Anyway, moving on. Um, Hey, you know what? If I was unreliable, I would have never checked my sources. Okay? I checked my sources. I don't think that there's a difference. And my sources are simply social media, so of course social media isn't really a reliable source. Yeah, exactly, Fahrenheit, exactly. All right, good reaction here to the 15-minute above, or the 5 minute, sorry. We have the next 15-minute candle close in 4 minutes. We like get like a break of structure here, good close to the low. I think that we should head to this final target of mine, which is down here. I think this is the draw on liquidity for today. I like this target because price will usually go from external liquidity to internal, and we swept external here, and then we got like a bearish reaction. So that tells me that we'll probably go to internal. We just need the order flow change. Now, of course, this would be like the true external, but in the context of like the daily range, remember we want to measure out our daily ranges from previous day high to previous day low, that kind of thing. Previous day highs, um, external was right there. So now, I think we'll need to head back to internal first. Interesting, Apov. Are we in shorts? No, not right now. But we will be looking for confirmation setups when we get the OB plus 15-minute inverse here to target this. And then obviously no news. Maybe refresh this. But yeah, welcome, Jacko. Is this your first time in PM? Or have you been here for a minute? I just haven't seen your name. Oh, first time? Well, welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we had this 3 minute short from the high, Jacko, that I alerted in the chat earlier, and that went for I don't know, almost 40 points. And right now we're just eyeballing the inverse on the 15 plus the OB here. I think that could be potentially good for shorts, but obviously we need like a good confirmation setup, so something on like 30-second or 1 minute, something like that. The other thing is too, time isn't really our friend here, right? Usually we want to be taking setups within the macro time, and right now we're like well outside of it. The PM macro times are similar to AM, 150 to 210, 250 to 3, and then 315 to 345. So that's the discrepancy, right? 3 to 315 is not within the macro. What's up, Steve? So we get the 15-minute inverse, we get the order block. So yeah, I think we are due to head down here to at least a last gap in the leg, if not lower. We have this 1 minute, so this is where if you took a short, you'd want to be break even by. And then yeah, we'll just see. Do have an SMT at this low. But yeah, I have a feeling this is about to dump. Probably will leave behind this 5 minute gap. Might need to come back to it. But yeah, good momentum here. Like I said, if we hit this low inside the gap, obviously you should be break even if you're in a short, or maybe move your stop and profit to this high. I don't think we should come back to this high if we're to remain bearish here. Is anybody in a short right now? You guys are? Okay. So there's that break even. U.S. home sellers outnumber buyers by 600,000, an all-time high. Should I have entered short? No, there was no setup, Jacko, to enter short. I was just wondering if anybody was, because some people like to take plays outside of the model. But concerning the IPG model, which is the same way that I trade, it's dodgy. There wasn't really a good setup. Do I always alert on the PM chat setups? Not always, but if there's like a good setup before PM and I'm paying attention to the charts, I will 100% mention it. Yeah, you could have entered on the 15 minute, but I don't really enter off the 15 minute time frame, so we do have a 15 second here. I don't enter off the 15 second, but you want to see this break so that we can head to these lows. But yeah, for those of you that are new here that have joined off the sale, um, welcome, and please let me know if you have any questions about anything from this morning. Have we reviewed the setups for this morning? Really? I mean, I talked about the setups I took and some of the stuff, but the 2 minute long here was good. The 5 minute short pre market was good. The confirmation setup there, I guess, was fine. Probably not something I don't think I would have taken. What did I take this morning? I took the 5 minute short. I took the 5 minute short and I logged off. And then I took this 3 minute short. I got break even on my runner up here. And right now we are eyeballing the shorts here. Why was short so good this morning? I don't get it. So the reason why I liked short this morning was because we rejected the rejection block here. Okay. And we know this is a rejection block because this creates like a high resistant high. And then when we get this is called like a tweezer top. When we get this reaction to price taking this high and then inversing a very obvious fair value gap plus an order block with these relative equal lows here presenting as one liquidity pool here and then another liquidity pool here, this is normally going to get ran. And when we run out the session liquidity above, London high, Asia high, etc., and we leave London low below, session liquidity is going to become a good target. Now, I don't think that shorts down to here are any good because the 30-minute gap here is holding and the last gap in the leg is always going to be important. So I cut after London low was hit. Why I don't enter off the 15-minute setups? Because the 15-minute can oftentimes end up being a very like a max loss trade, okay? Because the amount of time that it takes for the candle to close. So let's say I enter here and I have my stop loss at PM high. What can happen is I have to wait 15 minutes to confirm if price is going to close above or below. So what can happen is price will just go to the high before closing above or below the fair value gap. And then even if, we still hold the gap, it's a losing trade. Tweezer top is like a retail concept. It's just like a sign that price is going to be bearish. This is for bearish, and then obviously, tweezer bottom is the opposite. But yeah, usually they're denoted as like side by side equal highs, but I mean here it's just we swept the high barely. 4 hour close made me bullish. Pre-market, or what are you talking about? Oh, here? Yeah, that's fine. I mean the 1 hour closed above 2, that's fine. Like I could see why you'd be bullish this morning. I was just looking for a retracement short here because of the way that price reacted to this high. So I'm using the context of the overnight range to kind of tell me, where price might go. And then if I'm expecting price to be bullish, for the day, I'm expecting a bearish Judas swing, which is going to happen off market open or maybe pre market, right? The 4 hour just closed. Oh, for here. Okay, so I see what you mean now. Okay. Technically, yes, price should be bullish to this high now. Okay. But there's nothing on the lower time frame saying that order flow is bullish. So because of that, I'm not really bullish yet until order flow in the lower time frame aligns with the higher time frame again. Yeah, for sure, Fahrenheit, for sure. I agree. I think the logs here were textbook. I would have taken these had I not already taken the short play. I think the lower time frame, the short term draw and liquidity here though, is better than the long. The long mechanically is better and goes along with the context of the higher time frame better. But in terms of the draw and liquidity here, this is better. The relative equal lows creating two different liquidity pools here is better than the external high, right? This is like a B tier draw with the new week and the previous day high, and this is like an A tier draw, I think. Because technically these should be, A plus equal lows. This is like about as high in B tier as you can get. This is like middle B tier. And order flow there just was not bullish yet. We'd only became bullish on the 2 minute inverse. Yeah, right. So like maybe this is more of a retracement play that I took this morning on the higher time frame, but on the lower time frame, to me this seemed like price was reversing, so I don't know. I liked it. So we came back for that 5 minute here, maybe a tick or two more. Um Probably a break even setup if you took the 15. There's a 30-second that we formed, so maybe this can become like AMD, right? I'm saying I won't enter a 15-minute because the time that it takes for the candle to close is too long. And so your risk ends up being the maximum risk every time. Because the way that we trade the IFEG model is it's either a manual stop out when we close above or below the IFEG, or it's a hard stop if we hit the high, or we violate like a bullish PD rate that shouldn't be violated. Okay? Yeah, Jacko. So 30-second potentially entering or inversing here. Just a V shape. I mean, it might work. What are we even delivering from anywhere here? Not really. It's just like decent momentum. I wish we tapped the 5 minute there, but we failed to do that. And now we have the conflicting draw above the unfilled 15 minute here. So might need to get balanced first. Like, do you get what I'm saying? You said understood, so I guess you do, but like on like any other time frame, like the lower time frame, 5 minute or less, it's more likely that we close the manual stop out in like a realistic area, whereas the 15 minute just has too much time. Like, we might pump all the way to the highs before the candle closes, especially on like a new 15 minute candle like this one, right? Like I'd have to wait a whole 15 minutes to stop out. Like I wasn't in Dodgy's stream. Um, what did he say this morning coming into open, or like during pre-market? Like, what did he want? You didn't have a bias, neutral bias, you had to wait for open to see some direction. Then said the rejection block was good delivery. Oh, okay, gotcha. What's your opinion on this 5 minute IFG that I took earlier? It's my first trade of the day. I personally don't like that one. Because the draw that you're targeting is actually not horrible. But we failed to sweep the low here, so unless there's an SMT, which there is not, it's just not really a play I'd ever take. So you have indirect delivery here, no sweep. So this is like a B setup at best. It's in premium of the range. We already took out this high here. We've already tapped in the new week. It's just there's just better long setups for you to take here. Like if you wanted to still long all the way up here, why not long here? Why not long any of these inverses? Why not long this 1 minute? It's like the same thing, right? But you're just longing from a lower spot with more draws and liquidity intact. If you're going to chase longs and you're going to like try and long and premium, make sure that your draws and liquidity, or as many draws and liquidity that remain, are still intact. Because if you wait to long after the draw, it's just lower probability. Okay. That's why like trying to short after the 3 minute played out here isn't as good because we've already hit the unfilled 15 minute. We've already retraced 50% of the move. So you want to keep your draws and liquidity intact when you're looking to take a trade. That's like the whole point. That's like our target. That's like why we trade ICT. If not, you're just pattern trading like patterns. Like that's literally all you're doing. You're just like entering because you see like the candlesticks align a certain way. Which like that's not trading, that's just random shades winning. You took the 3 minute and 30 second. I took the 5 minute short. A buff. This one. 9-10. Took it down to London. What is not trading? Trading after the draw and liquidity's been hit, or if there's no draw. We have a swing low inside 50 minute. Yeah, that's the draw that I'm looking at right now, Apoff. This. But to fill out new week opening gap, which it did, is that not a good draw? Yeah, it can be. Yeah, like this is a good draw. Don't get me wrong. But my point is, you want as many liquidity pools to target as you can to increase the probability of a setup working, right? It's just like simple, like, okay, what's better than one liquidity pool? Two, you know, three liquidity pools, four liquidity pools, right? The more orders that we can have stacked in one area, the more likely it is to be hit. But yes, no, I understand. I understand the idea. This to me is just like the worst long setup you could have taken of the day. Like this is obviously the best. This is the second best. This is the third best, right? Because each subsequent long had less liquidity to target, right? So the first long we have liquidity here to target. Second long we have liquidity here. Third long we have liquidity here. But in each long you have one less liquidity pool, and you're higher up. The lower you are in a setup, the more likely it is to run to whichever, you know, liquidity pool that we're trying to target without coming back to break even, without, you know, stopping us out, etc. How do longs look for pH? What's pH? Power hour? Um, I don't know. I have no idea what we're gonna do in power hour. I don't think I would long here because we inverse the 15-minute to the downside. If anything, I'd watch to see this 15-minute maybe get tapped and then like maybe shorts off of it. But we have 10 minutes till the next macro, so we'll see. So tapping into this 15-minute now. If we inverse this to the upside in 3 minutes, then obviously, you know, today's just cooked. Probably won't be anything for us to take since we're inversing bullish and bearish PD rays both ways without actually taking liquidity. So whenever we fail to take liquidity, that just means that like price action is not very good and it's just best to stop trading. So a lot of momentum to the upside. So I actually do think that could happen. We might be able to get like a fair value gap here, maybe. Maybe the 3-minute puts in a fair value gap. And if that happens and we respect the 5 and 15-minute here, then, you know, maybe we see shorts ultimately. But So it's what, 2 minute? And there is a 30-second right now, but if we dump here just off the 30-second inversing, then we are not going to create any for value gaps on like the 3 or anywhere. So if we're going to take a confirmation setup, it's better if we leave it open, but if not, well, then I guess this 30-second will have to be it. And the 1 minute, I guess. There's a 1 minute. Let's see, 1 minute close below here. No 2 minute, no 3 minute. This is like probably the best short setup we're gonna get today, but I still don't really like it because it's not that obvious. I'd give this like a B plus setup. Not eval worthy, probably not. I mean, I don't know. If you are gonna take it, go break even at the triple equal lows here. Let's see, is the 15 minute gonna close above? No, does not look like it. So I guess shorts are still respecting bearish order flow here. And yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what happens now. Hmm, interesting. One minute inverse held. Yeah, I think the day might be done too, right? We've kind of taken out our major draw. I think if this was really bearish here, we would have probably dumped by now. I mean, this is like the last candle. If this candle closes bullish, then obviously the 1 minute inverse is cooked. We'll probably put in a bullish OB, and then that's about it. Do I think it's worth taking? No. No, because the only remaining good draw is sell side, and I wouldn't target buy side here, so I wouldn't long. And I don't know. This short is taking too long. The momentum isn't really that good, and it's not obvious. And it's about to fail. Yeah, so it fails there. Let's see, to the 30-second. Yeah, the 30-second technically failed too, so just bad delivery. What improves a model is always the draw. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the draw would always be the deciding factor, no matter what entry model you're taking. Yes, for sure. Good question. Let's say it swept this wick inside the 15-minute gap. Yeah, that would be a good long, but like mechanically only. The draw on liquidity to buy side still isn't that good. So like I don't know. I probably wouldn't look to long. I'd just be done for the day at that point. This is all I think we would get for PM. Unless it's like super textbook. Super textbook offers like a really nice break even. That's the only way I take a long there. Like it has to be like 3 candle V shape, 15 points down, 15 points up, break evens 8 points away, something like that. Like that would be good. And I'd only be taking that because mechanically it looked really good, not subjectively because the draw on liquidity is good. I just think it could go for like 1-to-1 RR and then probably, either break even on the rest or just chop. So even with the OB created there, still nothing. Just nothing. Just bad price action. So got the macro here in a minute. Well, 10 seconds actually. So I guess resweep the high. Yeah, nothing here is high probability. It's just over. Another day, another draw on liquidity has been swept before PM, so we can't do anything for the whole session. But hey, at least we got the 3 minute short. At least we got that. I will say that. I mean, we got our retracement short, so it is what it is. Okay, well, that's not good. Okay. As we established yesterday with Florida, they were selling houses for insane amounts of money. This is a lot of driveway, very manicured lawns. I mean, we don't know exactly where it's at. It looks like somewhere nice, tropical. Should we just start at like 5 mil and see where to go from there? Okay, it's way too high. All right, for sure. Naples, Florida. Naples is where? Tampa? 3-2. I like that. Oh, wow. There we go. Bang. All right, I guess we pump back to the highs here. What a strange candle. Was there news behind that or no? No. Okay. Okay, 3 minute BPR. So this is exactly what I'm talking about with like those 15-minute inverse plays, okay? We get the inverse on this candle, and the stop out would be here. Instead of taking a normal stop out, which would be like if we close back above the inverse, we now have to take the maximum stop loss because of timing. So I guess thank you, market, for demonstrating exactly what I was talking about. One minute short here, maybe. There's also a 2 minute. Wow, the 2 minute actually doesn't look terrible. Ooh, what do we think about this 2 minute? A plus pattern trade off the S&T. Hopefully we don't hit this and cause it to go invalid. Looks like it's going to go invalid. Dang. 1 minute inverse there. If you guys like the short enough here, I'm not going to tell you what to do necessarily, but I don't think it looks like the worst setup that we could get in PM. Me personally, I'm waiting to see if the 2 minute closes. So .30 more seconds. Yeah, it looks like the 2 minutes going to close below. Is there a 3 minute? No 3 minute. 4, no. So I guess we'll see if this 2 minute works. This is a decent eval play. You guys want to try it on that? Singular funded, maybe. But I don't really like the price conditions. So I'd probably just go like eval here. Yeah, Jacko, if you have an eval, you can try it. And then I'd go break even when we take the equal lows here. Probably. Or I don't know. There's not really a good break even here for this play, unfortunately. I would give this like A minus B plus at best on this setup. Like it's just an eval play. I don't have any evals to trade, so I'm not taking it. But I mean, maybe it works. We're in the macro, so doesn't look like it's gonna work just based off this reaction. I mean, we would have probably wanted to see price continue to death candle, and when we see like a retracement like this, and then price kind of stall out there, that's not really a good sign. So yeah, it already looks like it's gonna be a fail maybe. 5 seconds left till the candle close. I guess the 1 minute hasn't closed back above, but you definitely don't want to see that. So sometimes we include these 1 minute gaps and whatever in our stop losses as inception. So If you want to wait, the couple extra points you can. It's technically price is not closed above bearish PDRAs, disrespecting them and creating bullish order flow. And on an eval, I think you should do that most of the time just because it's an eval. Like, who really cares? On a funded, you can be a little bit more skeptical, right? But on an eval, it's like, okay, I mean, not real funds, not no payout, riskier, might as well hold, see what happens. But yeah, we got 3 o'clock here in 1 more minute. If we were to come down and make a lower low here, I would 100% trail my stop to this high. Okay, so if we come down to 14, regardless of what, whether the gap is respected here or not, the IPG, price should not come back to this high if we make a lower low. If we're to remain bearish, so that's why I'd say you should probably um, move your stop there. Jacko, up to you. I would have entered when the 2 minute closed, but this is another good entry, I guess. I think there's like a 30-second. It's very tiny. Very tiny. So we got 3 o'clock here in 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we're just slowly grinding up. Price is not really doing too much here. So new hourly candle. Let's see how that looks. Doesn't really seem like anything here. Just remember, the longer that a setup takes to play out, the lower the probability becomes that it will end up working. The majority of the time, especially when we're in like a macro. Are we gonna see a flush, or are we just gonna keep chopping? Just remember, stop to here if we take this low, stop to break even if we take out the triple equal lows. So now I'd move my stop in profit, or not in profit, sorry, just lower. So instead of it being above the inverse of this, or at the high or whatever, it should be there. But yeah, I wouldn't go break even until these equal lows get hit. Because there's not really any roadblocks to the left here that should stop price, right? Like we should just continue to dump. And so if you go break even too soon, you'll probably get stop break even. Like right there or whatever. But if we're to remain bearish, we should not violate this. This is efficiently traded price action. So if we're violating efficiently traded price action, that tells us that either price action is really bad and we shouldn't be in a position, or it's flipping order flow and we're going to become bullish. Now, technically, the 15-minute gap doesn't really matter here since we already hit like the high and we violated a bunch of the order blocks and whatever in the way, but it's still held with the bodies, so it doesn't really mean too much. You know, wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story, but um, I guess we reacted off previous day high somewhat significantly, so that's good, I guess. When should I go break even? If we hit these triple equal lows, Jacko. I think that's going to be your break even point. Or if we make like an SMT with ES, that could be another break even. Just about at those equal lows. We did make an SMT with ES, so I think at this point you should probably go to break even. Um, if you have like a good entry like 22 or something, it's definitely a good break even. And I think we should just dump to this low. And then after that, this low. There isn't really any roadblocks here. We should just get down there with no stalling, no speed bumps. And then once we hit these lows, I'd probably be done for the session. Maybe there's a reactionary long down there, but probably not. All right, 310 here. It's a lot of bearish movement down, but the move down was pretty efficiently traded. There wasn't like really any for value gaps. I don't think. I mean, I guess there was that 1 minute or the 1 3 minute there, but I feel like this is pretty efficiently moving down. Like we're balancing price as we move lower using the wicks. So I don't think there should be like a massive stop run here. I'm just waiting for like the flush. No, not Jacko. No, you should have entered up here. Now not this close to the break even. Did I take the 2 minute short? I don't have any evals, and I just called it like an eval trade, so I guess does that answer your question? No, Jacko, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Just take it on the one and just be good with that. Yeah, the reason why this isn't like a live account play is because of this wick. I don't know what this is. But yeah, other than that, it looks good. Like we address all the conflicting draws, like pretty V shape. Technically A plus, but um subjectively I don't really like the price action here. Does that make sense? Like the PA is just not, very clean. We're not even forming for value gaps here. All right, we hit the equal lows I wanted for the break even. Now I have no idea if we're gonna run to this low because we do have an SMT there. I'm just hoping that this like breaks down and we end up running it, but no idea. The play is up about 20 points, so if you wanted to scale, I think it is 1R, but Honestly, I usually wait for liquidity to be swiped before scaling. And I guess we did hit triple equal lows, so that could be like a form of liquidity, but I want the low here. I want it all. Especially if I'm an eval. You know, 20 points is like nothing. How many of you guys are in this still? Interesting. Okay. Dapper, have you played the new Arc update? Bro, it's not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. I think they did a little too much to the Venator. There's a new snap hook tech. Just hit inventory at the same time as you press mouse one and you can still do it. If we come back up here, tap the 5 minute and make a lower low, you can move your stop and profit, I think. It's the only reason why I haven't said to move it yet. Because yes, we do have 1 minute OBs here, and normally I would say sure. But the conflicting draw of the 5 minute might be what Price wants to stop run for and then ultimately head for the low. Dapper, I have 38 Ven 4s that are just completely useless now. I feel like that one dude that scrapped like 105 of them or whatever, like that's gonna be me today, just scrapping all of them, turning them into renegades. Yeah, Berletta seems decent, but even the time to kill on the Berletta, I don't think is as good as like a Toro. So I'd rather just run Renegade Toro or Anvil Toro. I need like a trigger finger macro. Like my trigger finger is decent, but I need I need something a little faster. Fahrenheit, don't worry about it. It means nothing. It's just gibberish. New update, new meta. Bro, can we just dump 12 points? 13 points? Imagine we missed the low, come all the way back. But we did make equal lows, so maybe that'll help us out a little. We got the 5 in it. Alright, if we make a lower low now, move your stop in profit, I guess, like the 10-ish points or whatever that would be. Because we should not come back now to that high. The only reason why we came back now was to balance the 5 minute. But if we come back to this high after taking the low, that's probably a sign that we're gonna go bullish before hitting this low because of the SMT. And already that's not what you want to see. You would have wanted to see an IO Fed, so the fact that we're kind of displacing now, probably not a good sign. This is probably going to be a break even. Now you gotta hope. Bro, so annoying. Yeah, it's going to be a break even trade. Dang, it was up like 25 points. Well, maybe some of you guys scaled at like the triple equal lows or whatever. Rip. Dude, NQ is just the worst, man. Like, why do we leave equal lows and then pump like that? Can't get a single good move today in PM. Probably just came up to stop us out, and now it's gonna dump. There's just no reason for us to pump here. This is just bad PA. It's just bad delivery. See why I mean? When I say this is an eval setup, it's just not worth taking the risk to ultimately be a break-even trade on a funded play. We can't even get to liquidity points. Now, there is a new gap forming, and you can take this 1 minute inverse, but it's like, what's the point? That setup should have just went, and because it didn't, what, I'm gonna revenge trade now and enter a lower quality setup after the equal lows have been taken? No, definitely not. Also, there's the lower 1 minute you have to worry about here, so make sure you didn't enter early. It's both of these gaps combined. Yeah, it's a tiny 2 minute, but the reason why I didn't mention it is that because it's gonna close at the same time as this next 1 minute candle. I agree, Todd. Like, I would have scaled majority if we'd taken liquidity, but we didn't. So I need price to take liquidity. What's going on? Nothing. We're just kind of watching, like, to see if these lows ultimately get hit, and price is just taking its sweet time getting down there. I don't know why my trading view is kind of lagging whenever I like move it. See this? I don't know what that's about. Maybe I'll refresh. It's better. All right. I think these lows might finally get smoked. They're the equal lows. Looks like we just made more. Yeah, really unfortunate. I don't know why this stop run ran so deep. Like I said, um, probably what was going to happen is price was just going to come up to our break even, stop us out, and dump, and it's exactly what happened. It's just so not very clean. SMT here. Bro, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Well, I feel less bad about our break even now. Still failed to get to the low, and price came all the way back. We got 25 minutes left in the day. This is just painful. Rick and PM is just done for today. Probably. I mean, there's not going to be any high probability setup here. Yeah, Jason, I can see that. Sorry, guys, I'm just sitting here being quiet. I don't really know what to commentate on here with Bryce, and nobody really has any questions, which fair enough. I don't think I'd have any questions about price action here either. We do have this inverse here, but not very good because we failed to take that high there. And I suppose what we're still oh no, we disrespected that 5 minutes. So I mean, I guess we have the 3 minute that we have indirect delivery with. Maybe 350 gives us something. I was watching yesterday, and it was actually it was good. We had an entry, but then it just break even. This is what I had in mind from the start of the week. Overall, want to see much lower, but based on what Bryce has done, I feel like this is more in line. Oh yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think as long as we're respecting those bearish gaps, we'll still be bearish, but we'll see. Like this is the key, right? Eventually, one of these times we're gonna break structure here and just fly, right? And we'll go up to these highs like you're suggesting, and hit this, and then maybe reject from there. But on both of these times we've tried to go up, there hasn't been like a major move past here, so we need to break structure here, and then we'll see the move up. And I'll probably take options on that, honestly, because I've seen this play out an awful lot. I think we're going to get a bigger range in 350 than we have all session. Oh yeah, Cleat. All right, so a lot of momentum up here. Probably going to reach for this abnormal wick. And then at 350, we'll see. All right, 2 more minutes. All right, one more minute. All right, so 350. Little SMT. Looks like we just want to pump to the highs here. SMT at high a day now. I don't think I'd be looking for a reversal play here. I mean, there's no real play, but I think we just pump to the highs. Yeah. Wow, we hit CE to the tick there. Interesting. Little 15-second inverse. I know Fahrenheit's going to take it. I'm just kidding. Ooh, maybe the 1 minute short here. It's pretty bearish. Off the SMT, 3 minute delivery. 3 minutes still holding. Hmm. I kind of like it. It's probably going to go invalid, though, just based off the momentum here. I mean, mechanically, this would be A+. plus. We didn't close below the gap, though. That sucks. All right, later, man. So yeah, there's a 30-second gone. Technically, we already swept that low, so that's supposed to be your break even, but it's too close to the break even target. Probably not gonna be able to take a setup here. Unlucky. That 1 minute would have been nice. But not anymore. 1 minute still didn't close below there. We have a 1 minute long, I guess now. We came down here, balanced that 3 and 4 minute gap. 1 minute long. One minute long to high a day on NQ. See you later, Jason. Well, this is the last possible trade of the day, I think. If we get the 30-second and the 1 minute here, this is very high in premium, so can't be more than like, I guess, A minus, but it is V shape. And we don't close above, so no setup. Okay. So pull back, balance the 5 minute. One minute CISD here. You just see the 30-second inverse here. I think this is takeable if you want to try a short, but obviously, it's super late in the day, so likelihood of it working is probably pretty low. Yeah, I mean, just instant fail. Shocker. I think it might be because we failed to hit 50. Well, we got 1 minute left in the day. I think this will be it. balance that lower 5 minute. I don't think there's any. Is there Nvidia earnings like at some point? Oh, earnings whisper is just like down. Okay, great. Well, that's not good. February 25th, so tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow. Maybe PM tomorrow will be interesting. You know, we'll have some more volatility because of Nvidia earnings, but until then, I will catch y'all later. Have a nice evening, and peace out, everyone.